Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm here at the family cabin, and we've got a little bit of a problem. This tree, it might not look like a problem the way it stands right now, but it's actually dead. We got bark beetle in it early last year, hoping that it'd survive, but it didn't. The bark's fallen off, the branches are dead. And as you can see, it is in front of the cabin. It's a little bit of a problem when it comes to tipping over a tree this size. I'm making sure that it doesn't go back at the cabin. There's also a fence and some other trees each side of it. And there's a fence out front. There is a gate straight out. So I'm going to attempt to drop this tree right down the middle of the driveway and out the gate. So to make sure that I don't have any mishaps going either direction or back, I'll show you what I'm doing. So as you can see, we've got some nice trees on this side. If I dropped it this way, I don't want to damage those trees. I could break off some branches, I could make things ugly, and they just don't recuperate from that. All across the front, we've got a brand new roof and a fairly new deck. I don't want to damage that. As you can see off to the side, we have a shed, and next to the shed with the wood pile is a fence. That fence goes all the way around the front yard. So as you can see, I have cable come along from the corner of the fence, a chain that goes up fairly high on the tree. I'm probably 10 feet or so. But you can see this tree is dead. It's a beast. It's a monster. Diameter wise, it's not a really large diameter tree, but height wise, it's one of the tallest on the property. And if we walk around to the side of the tree and look up, you can see my dilemma. All the weight is on the front side of that tree. So by going out the driveway, that is the best way to keep the weight distributed and to get the pivot point to work best. So with the weight that's leaning off of this side of the tree and the opening in the driveway, that is the best way to go. So by pulling a lot of tension with the cable and the chains, and then getting the accurate cutting for a pivot point and a hinge, I should be able to drop that right between those two posts. So wish me luck. So by holding a straight stick plumb, letting gravity pull it straight down, I can see it does have a lean to the outside, which is good. It does not appear to have any side-to-side lean, and like I say, all the weight appears to be on the front with all the branches. So two things then with that chain. The chain, I'm able to pull a lot of tension on it, but at the same time I'm able to stop it from accidentally going backwards. The tree could fall side to side, but if it does accidentally go either direction, that chain is going to keep it forward so that it can't go back. It could come this way and fall on the camera, or it can go that way and fall on the fence, or anywhere in between. But that chain will protect the cabin, and that is of course the thing I want to protect most. Everything else out here can be replaced. Yeah, the cabin can be replaced too, but not without a whole lot of expense. I drop it on that brand new roof and I'm going to be screaming, and so is the owner. And the owner's my father-in-law. Split the rails exactly where I wanted it. And you can see what I was working so hard to get was the perfect hinge. A good 1.5 inch wide hinge right through this area. Want it straight on both edges. Not only does it hinge perfectly, but by having the wide 70-degree angle or more across the face, it stays put. So this tree is quite a ways down before that hinge lets loose and gives you really good control of the direction of the fall. So just a quick note before we wrap this video up. I cut off what was left of the remaining stump where the hinge was, and you can see this piece, the way it hinged, is still somewhat attached. But what is really important is to see how much of that hinge is still really, really snug. It literally did hinge like the meaning is. So where this did fracture and pull away, I had to cut the rest of this one off with the chainsaw to be able to make that release. So as a testament to that wide face, give it plenty of room to just be able to carry that tree down as far as possible and not have that break loose. And if this was not at that wide of an angle, let's say it was at a 40-degree angle, it has a tendency to hit here before it's really gotten much of the momentum to fall, and it's got so much strength and weight behind it. That's where they have the barber chair, where this area stays connected and it blows out the back of the tree, and that back side can go just soaring and split the tree in half. So as that carries and splits and lifts and swings, if you're standing anywhere in that area, there's a lot of notes in the safety where they always say to go out at a 45-degree angle when you try to escape, because the tree can kick out either way, or if it barber chairs and swings out, it can catch you and throw you in the air. So that's where it's so important to dive out either side. But as long as you've got an 1.5 inch wide area, 1.5 inch tall area, if there's a little bit of moisture left in that tree, whether it's a live tree or whether it's freshly dead, it's a nice smooth hinge. That's a wrap for this video. Appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more. I've got other videos coming up. I've got some more car stuff. That is my channel after all. But I'm quite the handyman. I'm always involved in something else, whether it be trees or toilets or whatever. So